this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
This Women's History Month, the podcast Keep It Positive, Sweetie, celebrates the power of women choosing healing, purpose, and faith, even when life gets messy.
Love is not a destination. You have to work on it every day.
Keep It Positive, Sweetie creates space for honest conversations on self-worth, love, growth, and navigating life with grace and grit, led by women who uplift, inspire, and tell the truth out loud.
I have several conversations with God, and I know why it took 20 years.
To hear this and more, listen to Keep It Positive, Sweetie on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Daniel Alarcon, and this is my friend who's much more famous than I am. I wouldn't go that far, but I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel. On our podcast The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important. Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them. This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
My tunnel vision of I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of I want to make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
I'm Anna Navarro, and on my new podcast, Bleep with Anna Navarro, I'm talking to the people closest to the biggest issues happening in your community and around the world. Because I know deep down inside right now, we are all cursing and asking what the bleep is going on. Every week, I'm breaking down the biggest issues happening in our communities and around the world. I'm talking to people like Julie K. Brown, who broke the explosive story on Jeffrey Epstein in 2018.
The Justice Department, through, we counted 4 presidential administrations, failed these victims.
Listen to Bleep with Anna Navarro on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air. Just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
All right, nephew. Thank you. Subject is, I don't know my parents anymore. I don't know my parents anymore. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm 24 years old and I've been married for almost a year. My husband and I have a toddler and I'm going back to nursing school. So my parents encouraged us to move in with them. My husband loves my parents, so we moved in and it's helped us with childcare and I don't have to work. I can focus on my studies. My husband and I moved into a large upstairs room above my parents' room so we could have a lot of space. We got home cooked meals and my dad washes my car and fills it up with gas. You would think we have an ideal living situation, but it's not. I don't know who my parents are anymore. I grew up in a Christian home and we went to church a lot. I wasn't allowed to participate in cheerleading, the dance team, or volleyball because the outfits were too revealing. My faith is also why I had to get married early. When we got pregnant, the pressure was on for us to get married. But since we've moved in with my parents, things are so different now. My mom walks around in tank tops and booty shorts daily. My husband always comments on how nice my mom's body still looks. And my dad hugs my mom from behind and grinds on her in front of us and our child. It's so bizarre. And yes, we can hear them having sex. But by far, the cringiest thing is that they could hear my husband and I having sex. They mention how our bed creaks, and my dad said my husband must be putting in work. Because of that, we only have sex when they're gone, and that doesn't happen often. Moving out isn't an option for us right now. So how do we live with my freaky Christian parents? Can I talk to them about this, or would it be considered disrespectful? Well, you know what? This is just freaky to you. I mean, people change, parents change, and obviously your parents are cool with the new them. So before you go judging them and having words with them, don't forget they've opened up their home to you guys, and that is a blessing. If you don't like the situation, the best thing you and your husband can do is to hurry up and get out. Get out of your parents' house. You may think you have a say and you could talk to them, but it is their house and you guys are simply guests there. Enjoy and appreciate this hospitality they're showing you. I really can't believe you're complaining. I mean, your mom might be a bit much in your eyes in front of your husband right now. And I don't doubt that. But Lord, why is he even commenting on her body? Why? But again, this is her house and your dad likes it. I'm not saying you shouldn't speak your mind, but, you should do that in your own house, which you don't have right now. That's where your inner should be focused, getting your own house and be grateful for now. Steve?
Well, Shirley, you said something. You said it's a blessing. To be able to stay at your parents' house. Yes. It's not. It's a problem. Whenever you got to move back in with your parents, that ain't a blessing. That's a problem. And it speaks on so many other levels. What I've learned in life is everything that's free ain't good. Free usually come with something. That's what I've discovered in my life. So they're 24-year-old and been married for a year. They young. They got a toddler. And now the girl want to go back to nursing school. So your parents said they could move in with y'all to save money and have child care. And you get free meals. You can focus on your studies. And you and your husband moved into a large upstairs bedroom over your parents' room because it's got a lot of space. Well, your daddy washing your car, gassing it up. But she says, I don't know who my parents are anymore, which is the title of the letter. I don't know my parents anymore. Well, let me tell you something about your parents. You just didn't know your parents. That's all it is. Mom and daddy been like this. You say things is so different now. No, you just now finding out. Your mom walk around in a tank top and booty shorts daily. My husband comments all the time on how nice my mom body look. My daddy hugging my mama from behind, grinding on her in front of all of us and the baby. Now you say all this is crazy because you grew up in a Christian home and y'all went to church a lot and you wasn't allowed to participate in cheerleading, the dance team, or volleyball because the outfits were too revealing. Okay, that's what they told you. But Deacon had your mama Pearl Neal at the house wearing booty shorts and tank tops. Pearl. Now you just found out about this. Now he walking around in front of your husband commenting on how good your mama's body still look. He 24, he's stupid. He don't know to keep that to himself right now. He just stupid.
What are you doing?
And so now we got a whole nother problem. And y'all can hear them having sex. That's the part we'll start with when we come back. What is Pearl and Amos? What is Pearl and Amos downstairs doing?
All right, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, I don't know my parents anymore. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm John Green. You may know me as the author of The Fault in Our Stars, and now, I guess, also as the co-host of The Away End, a brand new world soccer podcast.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, a writer and journalist, and John and I have known each other since we were kids. My first World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years old. I watched every game, and I fell in love. On our new podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup.
For us, soccer,
football,
is a story we've shared for over 30 years, since Daniel was the star player on our high school soccer team.
Very debatable.
And I was their most loyal and sometimes only fan. I love this game. I love its history, its hope, its heartbreak, and above all, its beauty.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcón and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them. Everybody's on their journey and your journey is different to theirs.
This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
I think coming out of where I came from, I'm from the Bronx. I think I grew up really poor. I didn't know that then because I very much used my creativity to romanticize life. And I'm like, my mom did a really good job of like, you step back and you're like, whoa, I don't know how we made it. So a lot of my life was like built out of like survival to get to the next place. Like my drive, my like tunnel vision of like, I gotta be better, I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of like, I wanna make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Almost 30 years together, 4 kids, and some of reality TV's most unforgettable moments, we know a thing or two about living life out loud. We're taking you behind the scenes in our new podcast, Between Us, with me, Heather Dubrow.
And me, Terry Dubrow. Between Us isn't about perfect lighting or curated Instagram grids.
It's the unfiltered, behind closed doors conversations you wish you could eavesdrop on. Equal parts smart, funny, and a little bit scandalous.
Every week, Heather will bring you an unapologetic take on the headlines, the trends, and the cultural moments everyone's texting about.
And Terry will deliver insider beauty, health, and wellness insights you won't find on TikTok.
Together, we'll tell the stories, spill the secrets, and share the hacks that keep life, marriage, and everything in between feeling fresh and fun.
We may live in a gated community, but there's zero gatekeeping here.
And plenty of, did they just say that moments?
Listen to Between Us on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Strayed, author of Wild and Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm excited to share that I have a new podcast called Mind Over Mountain. In each episode, I interview athletes, adventurers, and adrenaline seekers to discuss the inner landscapes and life experiences that informed and inspired their extraordinary feats. I also bring a bit of advice into the mix so we too can better understand how to face our own seemingly insurmountable challenges.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out what you already have inside. We come into this world fighting for our lives. All I'm going to do is pull out what you already got inside.
We're there to support and celebrate each other. And that's not like a your story versus my story.
You're going to walk up and over that dang mountain. You're not just going to put your mind over it.
Yep, exactly. And if I can't walk up and over it, I'm going to go through it.
Listen to Mind Over Mountain every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? I'm Miles Turner.
And I'm Brianna Stewart.
And our podcast, Game Recognized Game, has never been done before.
2 active players giving you a real look at our lives and what we actually think on and off the court.
Nothing's off limits. We talk trade requests.
What's the vibe of that when it's like your star player is like, well, I want to leave, and then actually now I'm going to stay? We talk tanking. I mean, honestly, like, I might get in trouble for this answer, but I think it's like definitely happening in the WNBA.
And yeah, we talk about our mistakes too. They pulled me to the side and was like, hey man, we got a call last night, man. You can't be rolling around the city like this tonight before games, doing this, doing whatever.
And of course, family stories. They'll be like, Mommy, why did you miss that? Mommy, do you play basketball? Check out Game Recognized Game with Stewie and Miles on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life is unpredictable, but protecting your family doesn't have to be complicated. Globe Life helps families secure their future with simple, affordable life insurance. There's no medical exam, just a simple application. With rates starting as low as $3.49 a month, Globe Life insurance is easy to buy. Call Globe Life today at 1-800-251-5400 or visit globeliferadio.com. That's 1-800-251-5400 or globeliferadio.com. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, I don't know my parents anymore.
Well, 24 had to move in with her parents, with her husband. They were a religious family. They had a toddler. She got pregnant before, so their marriage got kind of pushed up. They grew up very religious. She wasn't allowed to participate in volleyball, cheerleading, or dance class because the outfits was too revealing. But when they moved in with their mama, over their mama's room, they got a big room over their mom and daddy room. Her mama walk around in tank tops and booty shorts. Your husband, who's dumb because he's 24, he keep mentioning how fine your mama is because he don't know to keep that to himself because he's 24. He still think he can share stuff, everything. He don't know you got to shut your mouth. So, and then it just kept on. So now she says she doesn't know them anymore because they got a room above them and she can hear them having sex. Pearl and Amos is down there getting it in. And then she said, but by far the cringiest thing is they can hear me and my husband having sex. And they mentioned how our bed creaks. And my dad said my husband must be putting in work. Now, that's weird. This is his daughter. I ain't gonna be able to have a conversation about I ain't gonna be able to have that conversation. Yeah. So your parents has been freaky deaky for a long time. You just now finding out about it. He grinding on your grandmama, on the baby grandmama. Now the baby is learning a lot of stuff. Now this will help the little toddler out. Cause now he gonna go to school for show and tell. And he gonna show what grandpa do when he walk up on grandma. All that's gonna get out. I really don't have, and here, you say that moving out is not an option for you right now. So how do we live with my freaky Christian parents? Can I talk to them about this, or would it be considered as disrespectful? Well, it's not considered disrespectful. It's just, that's their house. Mm-hmm. And what they do in their house is their business. And it's really nothing you can say. But quit calling it a Christian house. There's other names you can give it that will help you deal with it better.
Oh.
Like, for example, you could call it the Bunny Ranch.
No way. Come on.
You could call,
no way.
You could call it the Pink Pony. Here's another name you could call it. You can call it Cheetahs.
Very nice buffet there, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
Call it Magic City.
Yeah.
But you can quit calling it a good Christian home. One thing I've always said about Christians, when they all be all up in their seat, where do little Christians come from?
From Christians.
Somebody got to be in there doing that thing. Now, the problem is they have one image up at the church, which a lot of people do. They put that mask on for the church, sit up, act all, got their nose in there, got their suit on, passing the church, know all the protocol. But when they get home, though, Hey, Pearl, go on in there and take that missionary outfit off. Go on, put your clothes on like I like it. What you want me to wear, Amy? Put them booty shorts on that tank top. Come on in here. Let me get up on that thing.
Wow.
Girl. Ooh, these kids in here. I don't care. Can nobody kid being in here? What you looking at? How you think you got here? Yeah. Now you done found out the deacon is a dirty old man.
Yeah. They need to go back to church.
No. They in there. But I don't know how he done told him, boy, that boy must be putting in work. I couldn't have said that in front of my daughter.
That's a bit
I don't know how he said that.
You're right.
That's crazy.
But they upstairs hearing some stuff they ain't never heard. Cause old people holler out different stuff.
What?
Oh, you flogging me now.
What?
Ooh, spank that monkey.
Ooh, all right.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram. And
hurry
on
up and
Facebook.
take us a break. I'm telling you right now. You better hurry up and take us a break.
Yeah, he's at
Don't
the
let him
edge
say
right
nothing
now.
else. Don't let him say nothing.
Go in there and get some more of them mothballs.
And check out the
Get outta
Strawberry
here,
Letter
Shirley. Get outta here.
podcast on the free iHeartRadio app, where free never sounded so good.
Give me them two knitting needles.
Download it today. What are you gonna? What?
Don't ask him that, girl.
Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we got Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
This Women's History Month, the podcast Keep It Positive, Sweetie celebrates the power of women choosing healing, purpose, and faith, even when life gets messy.
Love is not a destination. You have to work on it every day.
Keep It Positive, Sweetie creates space for honest conversations on self-worth, love, growth, and navigating life with grace and grit, led by women who uplift, inspire, and tell the truth out loud.
I have several conversations with God, and I know why it took 20 years.
To hear this and more, listen to Keep It Positive, Sweetie on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Daniel Alarcon, and this is my friend who's much more famous than I am. I wouldn't go that far, but I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel.
On our podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them.
This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
My tunnel vision of I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of I want to make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
I'm Anna Navarro, and on my new podcast, Bleep with Anna Navarro, I'm talking to the people closest to the biggest issues happening in your community and around the world. Because I know deep down inside right now, we are all cursing and asking what the bleep is going on. Every week, I'm breaking down the biggest issues happening in our communities and around the world. I'm talking to people like Julie K. Brown, who broke the explosive story on Jeffrey Epstein in 2018.
The Justice Department, through, we counted 4 presidential administrations, failed these victims.
Listen to Bleep with Anna Navarro on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.